welcome back everyone. We're into draft week 3. We're in tier A here. We're going to start with Telford and Antag. Looks like we're in Master League here, so Giratina versus Gardevoir here on the lead. Definitely better for Telford here. Safe swap out into Kyogre, and Telford goes into Dialga, so pretty decent counter there. But Kyogre's not without play here. He's going to throw the Iron Head here. This won't KO, and it looks like Antag's going up for the Blizzard here. It's all or nothing. At the very least, he'll get a shield. It's coming through now. Telford should be able to comfortably farm down, but he doesn't shield. Yeah, doesn't shield. That's huge. So, with 1 HP and a Dream, Antag wins lead there, and that's perfect for him. He can now get this Dragon Breath Giratina in on its legless brother. Now the Dragon Breath version of Gira A just wins the matchup. This looks like it'll be an ominous wind, but just to be sure, he's shielding this. He wants to make sure that that Gardevoir only sees his Mewtwo in the back. Another ominous wind coming through here. It's going to shield again, and that's fair enough. He should almost be able to just about farm down after this Dragon Claw goes through if it doesn't KO. And then should be able to just survive long enough, especially now that shields are down. Oh, he's swapped. Mewtwo will get to the Psy Strike here. Probably won't KO though. So he's going to be relying on Gira A's tankiness to finish this one off. But Gira A is such a beast, I think it'll be able to do it here. Shadow Ball coming through. It's just low enough that he'll be able to Dragon Breath it down and then throw the Dragon Claw to finish off the Gira A. So in the end, the match was really decided by that Blizzard at the start, being able to switch that really bad lead. So good start there, and we move into Antag's second set here versus Piccolo. Again, we're going to be in Master League here. See how this one goes. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be Melmetal on Giratina here. Used to be a very neutral matchup, this one, but the Rock Slide nerf has definitely switched it into Gira A's favour, so Piccolo will probably look to bail out at some stage here, otherwise he's going to lose pretty comfortably. He's gone into Palkia here, and Antag's decided to stay in and throw the Dragon Claw. He's not going to shield that one, and he's going into Mewtwo here. He's got the Aqua Tail. He'll be able to pressure shields here. If not with this one, he should be able to get to another one. And that Dragon Breath is definitely doing a fair bit of damage on the Mewtwo there. All will come down to what's in the back here. So we'll wait and see. Gets to another Aqua Tail. The Mewtwo's going to have to shield here. If it doesn't, he's going to lose Switch. But you imagine he'll look to match shields and throw the Psy Strike. It's going to leave the Mewtwo very low. It'll be in farm range for whatever Piccolo decides to bring in. Yeah, it'll probably get to a Psy Strike if he brings in the Melmetal, but he can farm up a bit more energy, but decides not to take the move. Throws the Rock Slide here. And then the Giratina's coming back in. So he's going to roll the dice again and go into Togekiss, and unfortunately it's a counter in the back again with Kyogre. It's going to be a super tight match, but I reckon with the Rock Slide nerf, Melmetal probably just doesn't have quite enough oomph to finish off the Gira A anymore. I think it used to be very neutral, almost like a dead heat in the 1 shield and the 0 shield, with Melmetal slightly winning, I think, from memory. But with the Rock Slide nerf now, Gira A wins all shield matchups pretty comfortably. So the Melmetal's going to come in with a little bit of energy, but unfortunately Waterfall gets through there, which isn't too good. But we'll see how we go. So throws the Rock Slide here. The Giratina does already have some energy. So yeah, throws the Rock Slide there, and as you can see, it doesn't do as much as it used to. Another one coming through here. This would probably KO normally, but as you can see, there's going to be a little tiny bit of energy left over. I would say he's going to get to the Shadow Sneak just before the Melmetal gets to its next move. So super tight game, pretty much defined by the switch in the back there, the Kyogre on the Togekiss, but well played Antag. So let's see, Theta versus Piccolo here. Pretty neutral lead here. The counters are resisted by the Articuno, but its ice-type moves are resisted by the Escav. This will be going through now. This will do some neutral damage. He decides to shield that one, and another counter goes through, which is super good. This will be Icy Wind. It's taken the move and swapped, and at the exact same time it looks like Theta swapped there. So they've both swapped, and the swap has definitely worked out a bit better for Theta here. Yeah, it's just an instant swap by each. I don't think they were reading what either was doing there. I think they both intended to swap. So Piccolo gets the shield there, which is pretty good. If you can get to another surf here, this would be ideal. This should put the Machamp in farming range for the Cresselia, which he should probably look to bring in. And Machamp can't really threaten Cresselia with any moves here, so he can farm this all the way down, which is probably what he'll do without using a shield. So whatever comes back in, he'll have pretty close to 100 energy after this to throw at it, so he can either Moonblast it or go for the harder hitting move in Future Sight. So we'll see what he brings back in here. That Machamp did a fair bit of damage in the end, but he's got lots of energy here. So Ferrothorn comes in. He's gone straight into the Escav, and there's no switch on Theta's part here, so he'll get this drill run through, and that'll leave it in a pretty good sort of range here. Future Sight will just about KO from Cresselia now, which is good. So at this stage, it looks like Escav is running the show here. He'll go into the Articuno now. This Aerial Ace will go through, but the switch timers are out of sync now, so with this Icy Wind coming through, he can look to shield that and probably build to a move and then wait out the timer. Just goes into the Cress, doesn't want to risk getting hit by another move, doesn't really need the Future Sight, but at this stage it looks pretty clear that he'll be able to get to another move here, and the Ferrothorn's basically got to get to 2 moves, so this Future Sight will go through here and almost KO. It's almost at a move now, but yeah, unfortunately it's going to get Psycho cut down. But pretty decent game there. Alright, now we're going to look at Theta versus Ash. Still in Tier A here. Okay, so it looks like could be in Master League again here. Pretty decent lead for Theta coming in. Geez, that Dragon Breath's doing a lot to the High Dragon. This Aquatail will just chip away, it won't do too much, but yeah, the Dragon Breath is really chunking away here, and probably the play here will be this will be Dark Pulse, just shield and farm down, take lead, and he'll be able to take some energy into the next matchup, which is really good as well. So he'll be able to threaten with a move here, and it's Landorus, so these Aquatails will be doing some really decent chunks of damage if they get through. Can he get to another one before the move? Oh, they've CMP'd there, so that was perfect timing. But Theta's decided to commit another shield just so he can get another shield in return here. So that'll leave him with switch, advantage, and all shields down. And he can definitely race to the next move here, but I don't think he'll get there yet. So he's throwing the Rock Slide here, but that leaves Landorus with very little energy, and he's in a pretty good situation here. A little bit tricky though. The Magnezone obviously is going to not appreciate the Earth Power, and the Lugia doesn't like the Rock Slides, but Lugia is a lot more tanky, so it should be able to cop a couple of Rock Slides or just one here. This will probably KO. And that will leave whatever Ash has got in the back to deal with these two, and it's a Mewtwo. So unless he's running Shadow Ball on his Mewtwo, he's pretty much done here, and that's a Psystrike's coming through. So the Mewtwo is going to cop the full brunt of an Aeroblast here, and that'll end the game. So pretty comfortable win there. Winning lead was definitely pretty handy in that one. Alright, now we're going to go and have a look at Telford versus Cactus. Always keenly fought battles. Telford always likes to take on the best. Let's see if he can recover from his earlier losses versus Antag. So pretty neutral sort of lead here. Groudon, those fire punches are super effective. And obviously the Mamo with the ground typing, those powdered snows and the avalanches are super effective against Groudon. So Fire Punch coming through, just about KOs in one hit there. But he's got 2 avalanches here, so we'll just have to decide what he's going to do. Shields the first one. Can he get to another Fire Punch here? No, he can't. So he's going to have to commit both shields if he wants to win this one. Win the lead. And he decides to. So he's going to build up a bit of extra energy. Telford's done really well there to catch the Fire Punch on this on his Snorlax there, which is pretty good. Telford's staying in. And the Snorlax gets to the Body Slam here, and being a Shadow and being a big boy, this is probably going to KO. So unfortunately, lost a bit of energy there. Dialga comes in. He's going to get to the superpower, and gee, this is going to take a massive chunk off that Dialga as well. Let's see how much this takes off. Ooh, that's massive. He's swapped out there. He's brought in the Gardevoir, and we'll just have to see how this one goes here, because this Giratina is not going to appreciate these charms, but gets to the move here, and that'll just about KO. The Gardevoir can't really take a hit, and he's going to farm down there. And Dialga's going to try and farm down here. Can't quite get there in time. Had he been able to farm down, he could have dropped a move on the Mamo, but he still had a shield, so it was pretty comfortable there. So let's have a look at the results for Tier Up. And Piccolo's, he had his probably worst week yet, but he still stays on top. Antag's form's continuing well, and he's in second. And we've got Telford and Epic bringing up the rear, but it's pretty tight there. So let's go into Tier B now and look at J Slice versus Jack Narch in a game. Things got a little bit forgotten on Sunday night, so we ended up having a couple of games on Jono's stream here. So we're in Master League here, and looks like there was a bit of a weird swap there where he's gone into his Giratina on this Gardevoir, and he's going to be able to get that all down, or he's going to be able to farm that all the way down, but he's now gone into Palkia here, but he is a shield down, Jack Narch, so not all is lost for Jono, even though that was a weird swap at the start. The Earthquake's coming through now. Let's see if he decides to shield this. He doesn't, so he'll be able to get the... Oh, no, he gets to the Hydro Cannon first here. Will this KO? Palkia's got a little bit of energy on it, but he shields that move. That's huge. And he's able to then Dragon Breath down with his own Palkia. So he's been able to switch the matchup here, and this is going to go really close. Obviously, Metagross's Meteor Mashes are resisted by Palkia, and he's going to be able to spam these Aqua Tails, and he's still got a shield too. So it looks like he's come back from what was probably considered a bit of a bad lead there, so he's done really well. Meteor Mash coming through, leaves the Gardevoir really low, and he should be able to Mudshot down here. He'll shield this move, and he should be able to Mudshot down here, and then Hydro Cannon the Metagross in the back. So came back from a terrible lead and an accidental swap, and just managed to get the win there. So he'll definitely take that. Alright, so let's move into another game here. This is Salibra versus J Slice as well. Once again, done on his stream. So there's a few people having a bit of a look at this, and Salibra was up to the challenge. Brings the Gengar in the lead here. Shadow Punch coming through. He's deciding to shield that one. Likes Big Toes in My Mouth is now following J Slice, probably because of Salibra's superior PvP here. She shields, matching shields. She was building up a bit more energy this time, but geez, those Shadow Claws are really adding up on the Meganium. Another Shadow Punch coming through, and he opts not to shield that one. Chipsy now following well. He's trying to get some inside intel here, and why not? Doing that extra research. No spoilers this week, but I think we'll find we've got a new leader in Tier B, and maybe that's the subscriber we just saw on the screen. I might have just spoiled things, but anyway, back to the game here. Salibra wins lead. She can now look to get a decent counter on this Wigglytuff, and it's SCAV, so that's really good. Obviously, the normal typing on the SCAV, on the Wiggly, means that counter's neutral. First drill run coming through, resisting the charms here. Wiggly's almost gone. Will she shield this one? is obviously resisted, so she doesn't have to if she doesn't want to. She does, and then she can counter down. She's got no shields left, but she's got to move here. So depending on what she's got in the back here, it's looking pretty much game over here. Galvantine, she decides to swap out, and fair enough. I don't think this is going to KO the Frostless, and an Avalanche should KO the... Oh, he's not happy. He was almost throwing the phone there. But pretty close game, that one. But yeah, the Shadow Ball comes through and KO. So good games there. All right, let's look at the standings for Tier B. And as we alluded to before, Chipsy's now in front on 36 points. Eddie's in third. And after a really good week, Sally Bra's moved up to 27 points. So it's... And John Wiseman's playing better than he's ever played. So it's super tight in there. So look forward to next week's games there. It's really going to see what happens in terms of who wins the title. We're going into Tier C now. We've got Mrs. Smithy versus Post Malone. Looks like we're in Ultra League here. So very, very good lead for Mrs. Smithy there. Septile comes in. She's gone into her Abomasnow, which is a great reply. Obviously, it resists the Leaf Blades and the Earthquakes. Leaf Blade does pretty much nothing, and Septile's so fragile here. One Weather Ball's probably going to take care of it if it gets through. And that's pretty much the end of Septile. See you later, buddy. Bit of lag there, so another move's coming through from the Septile. But look, such a great lead that she doesn't have to... and switch in, that she doesn't have to worry too much here. She's got things comfortably. And we've got a Charizard in the back here. So Empoleon's automatically become the MVP here. He'll have to shield here to keep this thing alive. And she can bring in the Gengar, knowing that, you know, it's pretty much just Empoleon's game here. So just get some chip damage on the Charizard. Probably don't shield the Gengar. Just get as much damage done as you can, knowing that the Empoleon on the back will get it done. But she's decided to shield. That's fair enough. It can take care of this Charizard. It's got 2 Dragon Claws here, but that's fine. This won't KO, and she can look to get to another Shadow Punch here. Does so now. He'll have to decide if he wants to shield, but it's pretty much game over at this stage, regardless of what he decides to do here. It's got a bit of extra energy. Gets to another Dragon Claw. She shields, and all she'll have to do here is Waterfall, and then throw the Hydro on the Togekiss. She's gone the Aerolace, which is probably not the ideal move. I'd say Hydro does a little bit more there, but that doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, the Drill Peck, but yeah, Hydro would do a bit more there. But look, it's not going to matter. She's going to go for the Hydro now. So live and learn, and yeah, takes that one pretty comfortably. So well played to Mrs. Smithy there. Big match up here, absolutely huge.
What's wrong with my style?
You're wearing a crop top, then a shirt underneath it, then like this.
At least I'm not wearing stupid things on my ears.
Yeah, those whimsical earmuffs, they're awesome.
And that's an example of the smack talk between these two. Such a fierce rivalry. But as we get into the game here, it looks like G's got the early advantage. Another Bone Club coming through from Mrs. Smithy there on the Marowak. Is she going to shield this? Doesn't, and gets nuked by the Earthquake. That's big. That's big. Really had to try and pressure that matchup a little bit more. And instead of bringing the Whiscash now, she's brought in her Charm on the Whimsicott. Obviously still resists Charm, so a bit of a questionable play, but well done to not shield that Rock Slide. Another Rock Slide coming through now though, so she's probably going to have to shield this. Things are not looking good. She was losing the Smack Talk War, and now she's losing the match here, and this Whiscash has got to try and take care of business, and I'm not sure it's going to be able to. So, I mean, at this stage, I mean, we're questioning what G's play is going to be. Is he going to get Uber Eats tonight? He's certainly not going to get a home-cooked meal, that's for sure. Unless Mr. Smithy's going to cook for him, but it's going to be a very hostile household, I think. Let's just hope child services aren't called, because, yeah, he's certainly doing a number here and looking pretty good. He's even going for the... went for the disrespect farm down, and and the snipe there as well. So not content just with the win here. He wants to really rub it in. That Moonblast goes through. Mrs. Smithy will shield here, but the Charizard's got a fair bit of energy on it. He goes to Sludge Bomb. He might even get to another move here, and that'll be the game. So, yeah, pretty hostile. We might have to separate these two and put someone into Tier B the way things are going. All right, let's check out some of the league leaders here. Semi-Naked Chef and Dulcie. Big game for this week. Looks like we're going into Master here. These two are fighting it out at the top at the moment. So whoever wins this matchup this week certainly going to take a lead and probably be ahead of the table. So look, absolutely perfect lead for Dulcie there. Now we go into the secondary matchups. Look, it's not as ideal. Obviously, Magnezone does have those wild charges which do super effective or do neutral damage, but heavy neutral damage on the Dragonite, but he's got a debuff to use them, so he's copying the Dragon Claws here, which are resisted, but as you can see, he's just about dead here, but he'll be able to draw at least a shield, if not both. He's gone the Mirror Shot there, throws the wild charge now. Let's see if it goes shielded. It does. Can he get to another move? He can't. But look, both shields are gone, so that puts him in a pretty good position here. Let's see what he decides to come in with. He's coming with the Rhyperior. Good move. This Rock Wrecker is going to absolutely blow this Dragonite away. And let's see if the Dialga and the... Oh, it's a Zekrom. But yeah, let's... Dialga and Zekrom, he's kept a move there and he's gone straight into... He's gone straight into his Dragonite here. He'll be able to shield here. Does so. Swap from Semi-Naked. Goes into his Dialga. Pretty well played there. He's definitely trying to keep it heads up and keep Dulcie on his toes. But I think the winning lead's going to probably do it here. He can opt to shield here. He'll be able to get the Dragon Claw away. No, he doesn't. Look, this probably works out better for him. He can get a little bit of energy on the Rhyperior and then get this Rock Wrecker away, which will finish the game. Super close. Semi-Naked fought back well in that secondary matchup and keeping it heads up. So really great work between those two and a big win for Dulcie. So we go in. We haven't seen much of Captain Barnacles in this cup so far. Let's see how he's doing. Dulcie's one of the league leaders at the moment. Let's see how this one goes. So pretty neutral lead here. From memory, I think really depends on matchup there, but I think Obstagoon can sometimes just win, but it's super close anyway. Gets some energy and then he goes into his Cresselia. You'd think we're in Master League here, but we're not. The Ultra League Dialga comes out. Obviously, it doesn't have the bulk of its Master League brother, so be a bit of a tough matchup, but should still be able to take care of Cresselia if it commits a shield here, I would have thought. Let's see how we go. Does shield there. No debuff. It'll get to an Iron Head now, and it's just a question. Dulcie decides to match shields here. He doesn't. He doesn't want to give up switch just yet, and he does get to his moves quicker because Psycho Cut generates quite a deal of energy. Gets the Moonblast through. And yeah, Swampert comes back in now. Can he get to the Grass Knot? No, he can't. Is he going to shield so he can? No, he's just going to let that one go, and that's probably decent play here. Without any energy, the Obstagoon should win this matchup now, given that it's still got some, and he gets the boost. So, could be game here. Decides to shield. Just another Hydro coming through. Obviously with the boost here, it looks like, is he trying to farm down? Another Hydro coming through, but perhaps he'll look to farm down after this. No, it looks like it must have been CMP, but that's okay. He'll be able to get some extra farm here, and it all comes down to what's in the back. And it's Giratina, so it's still got a shield here. He really needs to get to a second move, and I'm not sure he can. No, he doesn't. Yeah, it gets to its Dragon Claw here, and that's going to KO the Obstagoon. And unfortunately, Giratina is an absolute tank and can take any of the starters on with that Dragon resistances that it's got to fire, etc. Delphox is going to have no chance here of even getting close. First Flame Charge coming through. As you can see, it's not very effective. Another Dragon Claw coming through here, and he'll probably Dragon Breath down after this. He's actually got Ancient Power on that thing, so yeah, it's game over here. And another move coming through here. Unfortunately, the Brute Force of Giratina is too much to take sometimes. Right, as we go to the results for Tier C this week, Dusty winning over Semi-Naked Chefs, giving him a 9-point buffer ahead of him, but sneaking up there after a couple of forfeits last week and beating his mum this week. Gia Names moved into second, and Captain B certainly making a move, and Mrs. Smithy and Post Malone are the other two at the rear there. But look, it's still anyone's game with a couple of weeks to go, so we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so let's look into Week 4's matchups. Piccolo Cactus always going to be good. Ashes on the improve. Antag versus Theta is probably going to decide a lot of the order of things in Tier A when everything shakes up. And in Tier C this week, we've got some pretty big games. Dusty and G, so top of the table clash there. Pretty much who's going to win that might well decide who wins the title. So that's going to be super huge this week. And Week 4 in Tier B, Chipsy and Sally Brower in form is going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, and we've got a few other interesting games there. Chipsy Hawk Aussie is always good. So we'll just have to see if Chipsy can maintain, or is Eddie going to be able to come through with the wins. We'll wait and see, and we'll be back next week.